I am sure almost all of you have played hide and seek at least once in your lifetime. But will you play it again if I say the game might not end in your whole life? Even worse, the one you are searching might not even exist. I guess you won't, but I did. I played, and this is where the story begins. Well, it all began since I was a kid. My father was a true religious man. He used to take me to many temples and explain the power of God. He used to say, God is everything. God will always help in our problems and difficulties, so you must worship God. For a few years, I believed him, but as I grew up, I got more confused and outraged. One day, I gathered all my courage and told my father I won't be visiting temples anymore, for I doubt God's existence. With a big smile, he said, histories of God's existence started along with the human civilization. The devotions from millions of people toward God is the biggest proof of his existence. He added, understanding God is the hardest thing for which saints and monks meditate for many years. He ended with a saying, son, God is too complicated for us to understand, but it doesn't mean he doesn't exist. There was a time when songs of my life were being played with dark background music. I had finished my engineering degree, but I was still jobless. I used to walk alone as things had been stressful. I was so frustrated. That day, I was walking in a muddy road. It was just nearby my house, which I had never walked. And on my way, I got stuck into mud. I cleared my slippers, and coincidentally, I saw a small temple. It didn't even have a proper roof. It was totally different from the temples that my father used to take me to, so I went to see it. I don't know why did I walk to that temple, but now I realize that it did happen for a good reason. It was not crafted by anyone. It was just a combination of rocks where almost everyone worships. I remembered my father saying, so I took a look of each and everything. And I thought, it is destiny or something. I mean, is it destined to over my hide and seek? So I took a look of each and every small things. The bells. The sound of bells sounds so peace and calm. I don't know why, but I like the sound of bells and the surroundings over there. It was the first time that I ever stayed in any temples with my own wish. There were so many stones scattered all over the ground. It seemed beautiful. I took a round of that temple. I saw so many things, but I was still amazed why those people worship that piece of stone. I saw nothing to worship her. I saw another stone just a little away from the temple, so I went there. I looked at it. It was also worshipped. There was flour all over the stone. There were other similar stones too. There were no difference between them except their structures, but they were not worshipped. I thought people were so fool. I mean, what were the difference between the stone they were worshipping and the stone I was sitting over? Anyway, I lighted my cigarette and decided to be a fool. I decided to be one of them. I thought it might help me to get the job. So I decided to worship the unexisted stuff. God. I regularly visited the same place and worshipped the piece of stone with the hope to get a job. While sitting on that stone and smoking, I felt really good. It relaxed me. Weeks passed on, but I was still jobless. But I was still visiting the same place and still treating the same piece of stone. But I was pretty sure there was no God. But smoking over the stone was so calm. And now, after 6 months, I got the job. Today is my first day. And now, I guess I found my God. Maybe my God rests in this stone that I am sitting over, or the stone itself. But I don't worship it like other people worshipping their God. Instead, I spit at it and use it as my ashtray. Despite it, I feel radiant lights passing through my spine, a warm breeze caressing my hair as I touch it. Even at those greatest stresses of my life, it made me a kite and inspires me to move across the wind. When I am unable to go on this place, I feel like suffocating. Now I'm sure I've found my God. It is the faith that I have for the stone. No supernatural powers, no philosophies, but just faith. Now, I conclude that God is not too complicated. Instead, He is too simple. He is too simple for our agitated heart and soul to understand. I have found Him. As for my hiding part, His presence is so beautiful that I can't even think about running away from Him. So the game is over.